Alright, it's Jeremy with Geek Spades coming at you with another unboxing. That's right, another Malifaux unboxing. This time we'll be unboxing the Guild's Judgment. This is the Malifaux 2nd edition all plastic box for the Guild. Previously I showed you the this is number 3 out of 4 of my new Malifaux starters. I showed you the Children of December for the Arcanus, and the Mother of Monsters for the Neverborn. Now it's the Guild's Judgment for Horror of Horrors, the Guild. Alright, as you can see, this is a really great looking bit of box art. Lady Justice and her crew are very exciting looking. It's hard to go wrong with flaming skulls in any kind of setting. As you can see here, the 3D artwork looking great, and as I pointed out before, the things that you see on the back here, these 3D renders, are almost exactly what you find in the box. So let's go ahead and take the plastic off here and dig in, shall we? Alright, off comes the plastic. Bases. So far the big difference here, everything in here is on a simple 30mm base. There are no big monsters in the Guild box, which is slightly disappointing because, you know, the big monsters are exciting. In a lot of games, they're what you play for. It's where 6th edition Games Workshop's 40K is headed, with big monsters all over the place. Let's see what we got in here. Pull that right out. Nice piece of big white foam. Cards. Let's see what we got in the cards. What is in the cards for us? Alright, so our marshal for this this box set is Lady Justice. We're going to pretend that's Lady Average's sister. She's blind as well, but significantly more violent. Okay, so we got Lady Justice. We have the Judge. The Scales of Justice, who is the totem for Lady Justice herself. And we have 3 Death Marshals, who are somehow living despite the fact their heads are on fire. They look kind of like Ghost Rider. And then we have our upgrades: Justice Unleashed, Last Stand, Vendetta, Implacable, Unrelenting Leader, and Flames of the Pit. And one of these days, after I've actually learned the game, I'll go through and I'll actually read those. Figure out what they do, and maybe I'll come back to you with some tactics on picking your upgrades and whatnot. Alright, we got the only instruction card in here is this single one, showing you how to build Lady Justice, the Scales of Justice, the Judge. On the back you have the Death Marshals. But enough of that, let's take a look at the sprues. So what you came here for was sprues. Sprues and plastic crack. The best kind. Alright, so here we have the Death Marshals. As you can see, each one comes with one of these very scenic bases. They have these coffins that they're mounted on. It makes for some awesome looking dynamic miniatures, as you can see from the 3D renders in the back of the box. I'm really looking forward to assembling these. I think the Guild's Justice is one of the more exciting looking box sets. I'll be interested to see how they play when compared to all those factions that come with monsters. I got a few people over at the studio who also play, or at least who have crews. We'll have to see how these compare to like Ramos's Arcanist group. It's a bunch of like steampunk construct stuff. Over here we got here's Lady Justice herself, or at least part of Lady Justice. Where's the rest of Lady Justice? That's the Judge. Yeah, here she is. No, that's the Scales of Justice. That can't be Oliver, is it? That's Oliver. Yeah. Yeah, there's her torso, there's her head, leg, arms, swords, holster. That's Oliver. Wow, is she dainty. Oh, that's going to be I'm going to have to try real hard to make sure I don't break anything when I'm assembling her. Alright, so there's Lady Justice. Here we have the Scale of Justice. I'm not familiar with this miniature. It's the one that I haven't seen much of. But from the looks of it, it appears he's wearing some kind of mask, as you can see here. And then he's got this big scale that he's carrying on his back. He's got nails through his legs. This is the thing about Malifaux. Everybody seems to be dead or very close to getting there. Which isn't a bad thing. It's part of the character of the game. And the last miniature we have is the Judge. He's kind of like the... he's a little bit like the Death Marshals, except for without the burned head. He's got kind of a Puritan vibe going on to him, with the tall hat and the coat and whatnot. These miniatures are really great. I love the posing. Everything is so dynamic. And the fact that everything just kind of clips together, you do need to glue it, obviously. They're plastic miniatures. They will need to be glued together. There's no snap and play here. But it makes it a whole lot easier to assemble and clean. You can easily see where the parts end and begin. There's not going to be any issues with accidentally clipping off a part that needs to be there, as there are with some other miniatures. Even without the instructions, I think I could probably assemble most of these without any issue. But I'm glad I have them anyway. So that was the Guild's Judgment. I've got one more Malifaux unboxing coming at you. And once we have that ready for you, we'll go ahead and get it filmed. And after that, it's going to come down to me just learning the game and getting in some games for you so you can see it played, see these models in action.